Three mics, three queens, three very large attitudes. We are Real Talk with Ashley, Rachel, and Marnie podcast.
But they kind of like it when I get a little bossy. Gotta level up, gotta get naughty. They're about to leave when my legs get palsy. Yeah.
So, it's all good. So we have a guest today. We have Tracy Crowder. She is my ex-husband's wife and the stepmom to my children. And she's going to join us today, and we're going to talk about her job. She is what they call she works for hospice, and she's an end-of-life doula. Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, we're just really curious about her job.
I think it's awesome questions. Yeah. I've heard about it. But I think that's really cool. I'm proud of you. I don't know you, but that takes a special person. It has to.
Special person, yeah.
I don't think anybody can do that. You know what I mean? And get it. Yeah. My dad was in hospice, but he didn't have a death doula. You know what I mean?
Yeah, death doula.
But I think that could have helped. You know what I mean? But everybody was really good to him.
Yeah.
It was a better experience. My grandpa, it was about probably 15 years ago. I don't know. We just had our nurses were awesome this time. So,
okay.
But before that, I felt like I was younger, 22. So I would stay with him. He had a bed out in the living room, so I'd sleep on the couch because I'm like, there's a nurse, yes, but it's my grandpa.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to protect him.
Yeah.
Sick. So, yeah.
I understand that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing?
Yes. Since 2021.
Oh,
yeah,
recently.
So yeah.
So cool.
But I've been working with death and dying for about over 25 years.
Okay.
I was a CNA for 13 years in a hospital and also in hospice. I'm also though a Reiki master teacher.
Oh my God!
And so I've been
was in Reiki.
Yeah. And I've been doing Reiki energy work for about 30 years. And of course, a massage therapist too. So it all kind of goes together. Yeah,
I love it. She's all of that.
Do it all.
She is a Doris that talks to animals. She does Reiki. That's how I learned Reiki. It's been a while, but she do Reiki on me. Yeah, I have a disease called RSD. You probably haven't heard of it, but I pain all the time. But long story short, she do Reiki on me, and it helps so much.
Reiki's it's beautiful. Isn't it? Yeah, it really is.
My hands get so hot.
Mm-hmm.
I've walked past people that are sick, and my hands just get heated.
Isn't that
I was
something?
telling her about that. I was like, it's just something you can't explain. Can you?
That's right.
Like a connection,
Yeah,
it is.
Cool.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
it is.
That'd be interesting.
I've had both people and then also animals.
I've
only done horses.
Yeah,
and which is absolutely amazing.
That's so cool.
So
I love that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? It really is. I mean, I remember she was doing Reiki on me, and it was like a massage table, so I could flip, and she could do my back. And even her cat, sorry, the air's making my eye water. Even her cat got on my back and was helping. It was the craziest thing. I was like, what's going on? Laying there and his paws on my back. This was something they were the original, I don't know, I want to say users of it, but they can do Reiki, protect people. There's something about that. But
cool.
I was like, that's nuts, dude. She has such a connection with her animals.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
They feel the energy. They know the energy because they're pure. They're pure in spirit.
Yeah.
And so they understand it. And they, a lot of animals are, they're attracted to it.
Yeah.
If you do, sometimes if you have Reiki, I used to, when I had my own business, there'd be birds outside because they can feel that energy because it's God's light.
Yes.
So Ray is the ray of the, what it means is that Ray is the ray of light, and Ki is to unlock the door.
Oh.
And so, it came from, Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's an Eastern medicine. A lot of people are,
it is.
It really is. Yeah. It's another form of, relaxation.
Okay.
And,
cool.
and it's really when people are terminal and they're dying, that's what I use the most because massage therapy it's too stimulating for them.
And so they're kind of going into that transition because they're between worlds, right? They're in this world or in that world. And then the energy, because it's all just healing.
Oh yeah, we would get together and with her name was Doris, and like she'd have my mom was learning and I was learning, and we'd all like do it together. On I was at the Ronald McDonald House in Cleveland Clinic. There were so many children passing away cancer. To see that, and like whenever I get it, I get such a boost in energy. Like oh my god, I was singing the whole way home. Like I did, like she actually talks to animals. I know I sound nuts, but like she has that gift. But I remember I was singing, Dr. Doula, like I came up I said, I feel so much better than I have in 10 years. Like, it's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was like, Doris, I was like, I love it. She'd come to the hospital and see me and do it. And it was just like natural energy. Like, I didn't feel so drugged down by my disease.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's cool. You should look it up. Definitely. Yeah. It can change your life. I totally agree. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the air. Yeah. It blows in my eye. Or allergy. I'm not sure. Yeah. My allergy to be crazy too, though.
It is crazy. Yeah.
I'll walk outside and all of a sudden, like, my mom will see me and I have like tears and I'm like, I know, right? I'm not. I swear.
They're always like, "Are you crying again?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Why are they shaming me?"
Yeah. My mom has said that. I'm like, "You'll know when I'm crying. Trust me." I'm one of those who like, get upset. Like, when I was a kid, I'd cry like that. Oh my gosh.
Like hyperventilate.
Like,
breathe.
Yeah, because you're so upset. Yeah. And they're like, someone wants to touch them, like, I don't know. And they're like, what? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how did you get into being a hospice caregiver?
Oh gosh.
20 years.
Well, it's actually kind of a long story, but I've always, well, I've kind of always been connected somehow, even as a child. I saw things,
Me too.
I felt things, and I don't know. I've been connected to death, if you will. And as 10 years old, when my great aunt passed away, I didn't understand, and she was our October 4th birthday.
Oh no!
Wow.
And so I was very, very close to her.
Close.
And matter of fact, I look like her, I act like her. So,
I love that.
Funny.
And so it was very hard for me to understand because I grieved so long.
Right.
And then kind of probably 10 years later, 11 years later, my grandmother died in a hospital.
Okay.
And of cancer, bone cancer and everything.
Oh,
and
goodness.
then I didn't understand that she died alone in a hospital, right? 6 months later, my grandfather died, but on hospice.
So we had people around.
So we had people around him, and there was a
Yeah.
big difference in their deaths, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I kept that with me. And but that's not where it started. I mean, that's kind of where it started.
Right.
And I try to understand what death was about, and because I didn't understand grief or death, where we go, because I wasn't raised in a religion.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so probably more then I was a printer for 10 years, 11 years. I know my life. Yeah. I'm a certified printer. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And,
I know.
Yeah. First of all, in Pressmen and other companies, I had to work with all men and I had to give them shit. So I love it. That's why I give people shit. I'll just speak my mind. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh, not everybody does.
No, not everyone does. And so that helped me become a little bit feisty. So anyway, I after 9/11, I'm literally when it comes all that story.
Yeah.
So 9/11 is really what happened because when I lived in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
When the Twin Towers hit and everything.
Yeah.
I was in printing. I thought, why am I doing this?
Right.
This isn't important.
There's no
Yeah.
purpose.
Oh. And my mom was a nurse. Anyway, I said, well, maybe I'll go to school for nursing.
Yeah.
And so I moved this way in 2002.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then just started taking courses at the college. And
cool.
so I kind of got into the medical field that way. And it just so happened that during that time, I then became a CNA. Did that, like I said, in the hospital for 9 years,
Yeah.
3 years in the field of hospice.
Wow.
And then I did go to nursing school, but it just wasn't for me. I tried twice, well, 3 times really. But
My mom did too.
because it was kind of
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is kind of, I didn't really want to do it, but I was
Yeah.
there. I love the
Yeah.
holistic side.
Yes.
I'm not a medication person.
Yeah.
I don't believe in vaccines. I don't believe in any of that stuff. It's
Yeah.
poison to me, and to each their own. But so anyway, when I became a massage therapist and worked with hospice patients. So I've worked with hospice patients for probably 17, 20 years, something like that.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know that the offered the, doing like massage or,
I
to
didn't
help
either
with
in that
pain.
part.
That's
They do.
really
Hospice.
cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Never have
I would
thought
never
of
thought
that.
that.
Me
you
either.
know.
either. Yeah, that's so cool. It
Well,
really is.
The hospice here used to have like
Oh.
11 of us. We were
Oh,
all
really?
Reiki masters. We were all,
Really?
yeah. But then they got rid of the program in
Oh, I
2020
wish
because
they
of
had
COVID.
it. COVID.
Yeah.
Did
That was brutal.
everything. And I'm telling you.
That'd be crazy.
But it's amazing how God is, because God
Yes.
he kind of gives you that journey, right?
Yeah.
And it just led me to becoming a end of life doula. So in 2021, a year after I lost my job in
Yeah.
2020, I said, what do I want to do different? And so that's what I became a death doula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny of your journey,
Yeah.
where it started, even as a child, like it took root,
It took
like you
root.
said,
That's right.
the death, of your grandpa and your aunt, right?
My aunt.
Was
my-
your
my-
aunt?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting of just kind of how you've gotten to where you are now. That's
It
so
is.
cool.
Yeah,
Where
I
you're
just-
meant to be.
That's kind of how, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
huge for the families getting that empathy.
It is.
Compassionate
It is.
person.
They need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear all these horror stories from people in nursing.
Yeah,
I
they care.
know. I know.
They care.
Oh,
Yeah.
In
yeah.
one, I thought,
Yeah.
Where they're not watched, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just, having that conversation on death is so important.
It is.
Don't want to have that conversation.
My mother-in-law was
It's-
that way. We had no idea what she wanted.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And
So we had made the decision to take her off life support.
that's,
Yeah.
that's,
Hardest-
that's a hard
I
decision,
She
right?
would've talked to
I
me.
made mine, with
Yeah, but there's,
the
like, no
medication
vaccines.
is yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. Like, why make somebody
Yeah.
if there's no brain activity, or I'm gonna have no quality of life. You know what I mean? Just in
Yeah.
my opinion, for
Yeah.
me, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to have, like in a wheelchair, I can't move, anything past, like, that'd be torture, for me. I can, who else it wouldn't be, you can't breathe on your own.
Well, that's
You
it.
know.
That'd be horrible.
It is horrifying.
And that's not
it's
way
scary,
to-
Connie.
it's not a way to
watch
live.
somebody.
No.
Yeah.
But we need to start having those conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
when I go into families, when they have their loved ones dying, a lot of them are like, I don't want to talk about death. I don't want
No,
to
you
talk
have
about.
to.
But I said,
Yeah.
I know
It's
this is a hard
necessary.
conversation, but
Yeah.
it's a necessary one.
Yeah. We need
We
to.
It is.
plan for our life, but we don't plan for our death,
Right.
right?
That's true.
And so,
Yep.
and why would you want to give somebody that burden to know what your wishes are?
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
what do they want? Like, my mom
Yeah.
needs to make some decisions for herself. Like, my dad always knew. I mean, I remember being 8 years old in Myrtle Beach. He's always loved the
He's a
ocean.
Marine too. So
And
I mean,
Oh,
he,
they take care of business.
they take
yeah,
care of
right.
They do, don't
They
Like,
sure do.
this.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
really,
I
that's
mean,
how he was. Because
Yeah.
I want to be
probably
cremated,
had to,
and I want to
because
be
They do have to sign their wills
with in the ocean. Just
in the service. They
Yeah.
have to sign their wills.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But it's also like
You
even the
just knew.
process of death.
Yeah.
What does the body do when it's dying? And so
Right.
I
That's what I
educate
wanna know.
people. I educate
It's
people.
fascinating.
It's
I'd love
nice
to
to
watch that.
know
Yeah.
what maybe
learn
could
about the
happen
passing
or
of
to
someone.
expect. You know what I mean? Like,
It all depends on the disease.
yeah, because sometimes you
Yeah.
don't know. You know what I mean?
Oh, weird
But
watching my aunt's
yeah.
passing. I thought it was kind of beautiful, actually.
my dad looked
Because she's
so
like,
happy.
I'm not going anywhere until my waters are good in, rain and stuff.
Yeah.
Water, that's where it's going to So like the day she was passing, like it was like storming crazy all day long,
Really?
nothing but rain, and the next day it was sun and she was gone.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, she really was serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's sticking
Totally.
Yeah, I wasn't there when she passed, but my cousin said that she opened
Yeah.
her eyes and kind of looked around. I was like, that'd
That's
be
what
like
my
her
dad
just
did.
looking at everybody to see if she can creep out.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad
She went the way she
yeah.
wanted to, so
I'm glad.
hospice. So,
Yeah, my dad, he wanted to be home.
Okay.
You know, my mom, you know, she was in a school like you.
Mhm.
She was so close, but my dad was in a car accident and got he had 28 brain bleeds.
Oh,
So yeah, and then he hurt his back at work and had 9 back surgeries, and it caused pain for the rest of his life. And then he had COPD. That's really what.
That's what.
Yeah, I got him, and he.
How
Yeah.
long was he on hospice? It was a while. It felt like forever.
I know, maybe a good 2 years.
Yeah,
Like
I
we
mean,
go
it was
up
like
and down.
long.
That is
My
a long
grandpa was that man. I swear, I don't know how many different cancers he would be okay. They're like, he's the longest like rated hospice patient. Like I'm, you know, I was like, this is nuts.
Maybe like Clark.
I know. When he finally went, I'm like Grandpa. I'm like, maybe snap, and I don't know.
Yeah.
You would pull that, but you know, yeah. But it was nice to have him home. You know,
It is. A lot
It
of people,
was.
and that's what hospice was. That's the whole thing is to
Yes.
be home.
yeah. All that
if you
time I
can,
would have
if you
missed.
can.
Right? Yes, it was harder with my dad because with the CO2 building in his brain and the brain injury.
Yeah.
Made it very hard. It changed, I'd say, the last year, you know, he was to where he would know who I was down then. They were thinking maybe dementia on top of it, but, you know, he always knew my mom, though. It's funny,
Oh.
you know, but he would think I was a nurse or something, but whenever the nurses came, super good. I'm like, Dad, I'm like, I know what you're doing, man. You know, I'm like, come on. You know, shit. I'm like, he's super great to the lady that bathes him. I'm like, yeah. I was like, are you sure you want to do this, lady? He's good. He was good. He wasn't like a perv or anything, you know. But like they helped my mom, you know, like get him in, which was nice because you know, she had such a hard time trying to get him in, you know.
Yeah.
And our tub has like those slide doors. I wish we didn't have that and just like, you know how it's just an open tub?
Mhm.
It would have been so much easier. Yeah, it would have. Because, like, can you imagine the nurses, like, poor things, like, right here on her knees, like, trying to help him. And, you know, we have the shower head like this, too, you know? And, like, he'd be, you know, spraying himself up and she'd be helping wash his hair. But I'm like, God bless her. I mean, you know, that hurts down on your knees on tile, you know, but doing it to help keep him clean and, you know,
And professional
and feeling his best. Right. Yeah.
Feeling like a human.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
There's
you
nothing
don't
like
feel
a shower and
dirty.
you know, making
Yes.
a shave and
Yeah.
all my
Yeah.
clothes shaved and clean and
Yeah. I get
teeth
my hair
done
cut.
and
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's true. There's nothing like a shower. Like, you always just feel so good after it. Like, especially when you don't feel good.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he'd say that too. He's like, I feel better. I'm like, I bet too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the warm water is loosening his body up, you know. Yeah, definitely. So that's cool.
It's cool.
So what do you guys want to know?
Oh God, where do we start? Like I have so many questions, I can't even get them out. I don't know.
Do you have to be trained to do what you do? Like, I mean, because you had
Yes.
schooling, so your
Yeah.
background and your schooling.
Yeah, I did. I went through Doula Givers in 2021, and it's international, so I can be a doula anywhere in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about traveling? And
I
other
have
places?
actually, yeah.
That'd
And
be
I can, you
awesome.
as a
Yeah.
doula, you can do it online. You can, like if somebody's, I wouldn't do that because I want to be hands on. I'm
Yeah.
more of a
Right.
person that I need to be there.
I get
I
that.
like a face to face, and
Yes.
so, but I could if I wanted to. I've had
Yeah.
people reach out from like Chicago,
Yeah.
and but I'm just like, you know, I don't. I like,
Right.
yeah, I travel it because my hospice. I don't know if I can say the name. Am I allowed to say that?
Come to you.
Um,
I just don't want to get you in trouble.
Oh no, I
It's
don't
totally
think
up to you. I mean,
should.
it's up to you. I was like,
Yeah, it's a shout
good
out.
advertising.
You know?
But there, I mean, it's such a great hospice. It's Luminary in South Bend or Mishawaka,
Oh.
Ranger, all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're it's amazing. You know, I travel all down there, and just it is a good hospice. I've worked for many hospices. Well, I
Okay.
shouldn't say many. That's not true. 3. This is my 4th one.
Not call that
You know,
many.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a huge. Yeah.
so but I'm a end of life doula there. I'm also a massage therapist. Yeah.
Okay.
There.
So what does the body do to prepare itself to pass?
So what happens is that again, disease is different. Every disease is
Right.
different, right? So the dying process isn't painful at all.
Oh,
Okay, it's the disease that comes with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what
Okay,
happens
makes
is that the
sense.
body, it starts sometimes months. It's just starting to prepare. People start to get more tired.
Mm.
They're not as hungry. They kind of go into themselves, right? They're just they kind of seclude themselves because they're just preparing. So within say you have somebody that's going to become active, right?
Okay.
So I go into 3 stages. First of all, I look at 3 different stages, and that is, one of them is shock phase. Shock phase is when somebody is just learned that they're dying.
Okay.
They're coming on hospice. There's nothing more
Right.
anybody can
Yeah.
do. So
Prepare them.
I'm going to go in, and I'm going to look at what's the acute symptoms.
Yeah.
Are they in pain? So let me just say this. Number 1, I'm not a nurse. I don't do anything medical.
Okay.
When I'm kind of extra ears, I'm like that gap that fills in, like the nurses. So I'm always in communication with the chaplain, the social worker,
Right.
the
That's
nurse,
nice.
and all that.
Yeah.
So what I see, I'll always communicate. So, and so I'm looking at everything, and that is not the time to talk to somebody about the end of life.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to listen.
They're
They're
in
already
shock
angry,
already,
they're in
yeah.
shock.
That is true.
Yeah.
The time you talk about is what I call stabilization phase.
Okay.
And so that's when things are kind of,
And
hopefully
accepting.
they're pain. Yeah. They're accepting. They're maybe
This
pain
is what's going
free.
to happen.
Right.
And so let's have that conversation. And some people don't, and that's okay, because I have to go I'm going to go how they want to talk
Yeah,
about it when
right.
they don't want to talk about it. Shock phase is when, so that's kind of when they go into this transition. So what happens with the body is that all of the circulation kind of comes from all the way up, right? This is when you're going to see people nails, they're going to be more pale. Their feet, they're going to start to model under the skin. It
My
looks
legs
like
do that.
like a purplish.
Oh, okay.
That's like pink.
Yeah,
Gotcha, okay.
yeah.
My
That's
legs
interesting.
do that as
Okay.
part of my disease, but
That's
I know
interesting.
They call it modeling.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My
funny.
dad's hands did that. And
Yep.
yep. Like you said, his feet. Yeah.
Mhm.
Aw.
Yeah.
And so what happens is that the circulation comes up, and it keeps the brain, the 2 major organs, the brain and the heart.
Okay.
And so it's keeping that alive. This is when people, they don't want to eat, and they're not hungry because their body
Right.
doesn't require the
Right,
food
food
anymore like
anymore.
us.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's natural to become dehydrated. It is, and it's just part of that process. You see
Right.
the lips are getting more like, dry, their mouth is dry.
Oh, okay.
And then, but sometimes they'll still want to drink,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
okay. What people don't understand is that, how we always want them to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, here, eat.
No.
And it's like, that's the worst
Listen.
things, because
Oh.
what can happen is that their swallowing, it decreases. Okay.
Yeah.
And so they could choke.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And so it's very dangerous for
Wow.
them, because they can aspirate, and that would not be a good death.
No.
No.
Yeah.
And
I've
so-
heard of that.
And then we're going to look for, like, if they're in pain, and if they're in a state where they go into what we call a sleeping coma, but they can still hear, but they can't really communicate. Their body does, though. That's the neat thing. So if they're in
Yes.
pain, they're grimace.
So is hearing really the last thing
Yes.
that goes?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what my
I
mom
might hear
says.
that, but
It
I've never
is.
actually asked someone that actually knows.
Yeah.
My dad,
It is.
he'd
fascinating.
been bad all those years, but one day he just like you said, kind of went to like that coma,
Yeah.
and like it started on my mom's birthday, is October 2nd, and it went to the 4th, my birthday, and he passed away.
Okay.
But he didn't wake up to even take his pain meds that he had. That's how, I knew it was bad, because his back would be so bad. And he woke up. My mom was talking to him. She looked up, and he was like, for that second there, and she goes, "Go to God." She goes, "I want you, when you're ready, it's okay." Because he was always worried what happened. And I'm like, "I'm here, Dad." I'm like, "Nick's here, Kate's here, my siblings." I'm like, "We will be okay," And it's funny because like 3 hours later, he passed. I've never saw him look so peaceful. I was afraid to go in there, but he looked peaceful.
Yeah.
I mean, his mouth wasn't like, usually he'd sleep like, I think because he couldn't breathe well, like his mouth would be open. Yeah, well, how I sleep, but that's just anyway. I'm a drooler. They make fun of me. Everybody does. I'm like, thanks, guys. But yeah, he looked at peace, like literally at peace, and I think that has helped me deal with it. I feel like he's at peace. You know what I mean? Like I do.
And he didn't suffer, and
those last days.
He's probably worn out.
Yeah, he was. I think his body was done. He also had what was it? We're saying an aortic. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they're like that will either be the end or the COPD. They're wondering because it did happen. Like, he used to sleep, but he'd be up during the whole day. But the thing is, he'd wake up at like 4 in the morning, like ready for the day.
I know. He's in hospice. He's sitting in the kitchen talking like, what?
Yes.
I was like, okay, there must be different sides to this.
Yes.
I had no idea.
He'd have some good days.
Yeah.
Like, like, there's my dad. There's my dad, And then it'd be days like, it's almost like you don't know him, not to say it like that. I know it's my dad, but you know what I mean? I just think everything going on, like I said, that CO2 will mess with your head. Like, I can't even imagine, And, but when he would come out of that, like, it was the best days. And I'm thankful that he was home all that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
My mom did everything in her power.
She sure did.
Yeah, even before he was on hospice, she'd put weight on him. They're like, the doctor, I don't think she should have said this, but she's like, he comes in for his monthly appointment, and she'd make it every 6 months so he didn't have to come in so much. She goes, "Wow, I didn't think he'd be alive still." I'm thinking,
that's nice.
Wow. She wasn't joking. She was like, dude, my dad's like, joker. He's like, well, not yet. Not yet. And I'm like, dang. Whoa. Dude, that's my doctor. Yikes.
Yeah, you're lucky that your dad, Dave, was at hospice. I mean, back and forth for months. Was he? Yes, and he just... and he was supposed to have a pacemaker, and he was supposed to get better, and none of that happened. And then he went into hospice, and they end up, we had a feeding tube, and then they removed that. It was about 7 days, almost exactly, from the time they removed that feeding tube. And he had that problem where he already couldn't swallow. That had happened about a month prior to that. So, just watching him just kind of lay there and just struggle to breathe.
It is.
Just watching them, like you said, just finding something to drink, and they couldn't even couldn't give him.
We have like mouth swabs.
And those are great.
I did see those.
Those are great because like he was thirsty, but we couldn't get him to drink anything those last 2 days,
and that's okay.
Yeah, because that's what we said. We don't want to prolong it, or they're like, he doesn't have to wear. He has the mask, like I forget what it's called. Not a CPAP, but it's like a BiPAP. Yep. With the oxygen in it. Yes, they're like, if you don't want to wear it, they're like, you don't have to. And I'm like, I totally get that.
I've watched people die because they didn't have things in writing on a BiPAP.
Wow.
And it is the saddest thing because you have this forced air into you, and they're just I'm like, we need to stop. But you're not allowed, because families like, no, we still want that. And then they literally die. And I'm like, I watched this guy die. And when I was at 8 in the hospital, with a BiPAP on, and I'll never forget his eyes.
Oh,
And I was like, I knew he died. He died right there, and I was holding his hand. I died with so many people holding my hand, and
it's a comfort.
yeah,
It's a
but I
comfort.
just it was that one was kind of haunting though, because I knew he was suffering, and there's nothing that you could do. And that's one of the reasons that two reasons I became a death doula. Because of that, what I've learned in the hospital.
Yeah.
And number two, COVID.
Yes.
COVID over 866,000 people died of related COVID, right? And so and they died alone.
Right. Yeah.
And it was and this should have never happened. I remember when I was still at my job, we had to do the scanning and everything and all that bullshit. I'm so pissed. But I saw these people standing outside windows, just and I wanted to look at their loved ones, and it was all, it was, and later it came out that it was all BS. And so all these people, it should have never happened, where people were 6 feet apart,
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was just heartbreaking, and and it made me so mad that people died alone. And unless
that would upset me.
Right.
Yeah,
They jumped.
Yeah.
So what we do is, I do a death kit. It's called the Guiding Care Plan.
Okay.
And so, what do you want on your deathbed? What is it that you want? What holistic thing? And so, that way everybody knows what kind of music they want.
And alcohol be? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Why not, right?
I'm kidding. Right, for both, maybe. Just a shot, I'm just kidding. That came to mind.
But yeah, I mean, it's just,
sorry.
no, that's fine. I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel that we should just die the way we choose,
Yes.
well, to a point, but yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I know you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
With
What
family,
comforts
keep
you.
me
Yeah.
keep me comfortable, but
Yes.
pain as much as pain free as possible. That's
Dignity. Yeah. Right. Dignity. I think is a big thing, Yeah, I do. Yeah.
But the dying process too, you said he didn't have his mouth open, your dad?
No, it was actually close, and he looked.
Your mom closed it before it became?
No,
I was just curious.
I actually went in there, and I saw her in the doorway, and she took his pulse, and then we called them, and you could tell he was gone, but it was like a look of relief. His eyes were closed, his mouth was closed, he'd had the death rattle hours before that, so we knew, from Grandpa.
I've never heard that yet.
You don't want to.
You don't want.
You don't want to.
But
At least know.
but it's not painful.
Okay.
So
Right.
what happens is that, how we can swallow?
Yeah.
It can't. And so it gathers
So it's
right here.
stuck there.
And
The
then
medicine they gave him did help.
it does.
At least the noise,
The
yeah.
atropine. So
Oh,
what
yeah.
and then
So
eventually it
sounds-
does kind of go away. But,
Yeah.
you will sometimes it will go into their lungs. And you can
Yes.
hear. And
Oh,
but
yeah.
it isn't. It really isn't, because what happens is that during this process, this is how beautiful God is that he there's a hormone. There's another hormone, but I literally can't think of the name of it. But there's the other hormone is it's an endorphin, right?
Okay.
So what it is that they go in, it shoots into our body because it's going into fight and flight.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they kind of are in like a euphoria.
Oh, wow.
And
So
so
they're
it's a natural painkiller on
Okay.
top of the painkiller.
That's
good.
nice.
That is good.
Yeah.
I
And
just want some
what
party.
people don't understand is they think that all of a sudden they give morphine and then they die. And that's not true.
Right.
And that's just morphine. What it does is that not only does it help with pain, but it also helps with breathing.
Yeah.
It calms the body down to help breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, Grandpa. They did that
Yeah.
for Grandpa. I can't remember, what do they call it? It's dry something. No, I can't remember. Darn it. They call it something, but that's why they gave it, to him, that it helped him breathe, a little easier, I guess. But I used to not forget. My brain's been like lately, tell you the truth. But yeah, that it helped. It did
It
help.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the medication usually at that time it's liquid. And so they squirt it into the cheek. And what it does, it absorbs quicker into in the system. They don't need to have to worry about swallowing.
Yeah,
good.
because he was from hospice, but because of the back, pain, and he had like cages and rods, and it's miracle. Honestly, he wasn't in a wheelchair, but he was on pills that was passing, and like I said, those days they have mom give it to him, just even though he's like kind of out sleeping. Like you said, sometimes I guess you don't know. And don't, because you can withdraw off that kind of medication, and so they just had her give it to him liquid, which helped a lot, just in case. I mean, like I didn't know it, but what you're saying helps to kind of understand, some of that process. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think it was, probably easier for him, like just kind of going into a sleep, like when he woke up from my mom, I think that was the most beautiful thing.
That's what a wonderful thing.
And I got to say goodbye to him. My brother and sister were really afraid, so they weren't there, but I at least got to say goodbye, and he looked at me, and to tell him that I'm going to be there for mom. She's always been there for me. Taking me to Cleveland or doctors, you know what I mean? I am not gonna just, y'all know that, me and my mom, we're tight, I'm not gonna let her just, be by herself, heck no, and he knew that. So, but I think it helped him let go. Like grandpa too, like I remember my mom saying it is okay, Yeah, go sometimes be with grandma, and
they want to hear that. They want to know that you're going to be okay.
I think it's a big thing. I do. So like too. It's not like you want permission, but I think it helps to hear it's okay. You can go.
They want permission to go.
Yeah. And he did. That's the funniest thing though. Like, I know it sounds weird on my birthday, but in a way it's a present because I knew that he's now at peace. Like I just, like you said about beliefs, I'm Christian, but I feel it. I don't care what, you know what I mean? Whether I, Christian or not, I feel he's at peace. I don't feel like he's like at the house walking around spirit. Oh yeah, that's a question. Have you ever experienced anything kind of weird, like a spirit? Really? Yeah, Marty knows the story. I gotta know, man. If it's okay. I gotta know.
I should say yes all the time. Not as much as I used to. Yeah. Like I said, as I heard, as a child, I saw things and heard things, and didn't understand it really until I used to dream. My relatives, how they used to communicate with me through my dreams.
Oh wow! Yes.
And one story I'll tell is when I was in my early 20s. Remember cassette tapes?
Oh yeah,
right.
Oh yeah.
So I had like a little Walkman.
Oh cool, yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah.
They're selling them again.
Yeah. Are they really?
Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh my
God, that's so funny. Well, so my aunt, who died when I was 10, I had a relaxation tape that I hadn't had before, and I remember just laying in bed and I was listening to it.
Right.
I was in all of a sudden I'm on this beach, and in the sky were people that I knew, but I didn't know. Yeah, I knew that I knew them.
Right.
And it was beautiful.
Oh, wow.
And my aunt walks up to me and I'm like, Aunt May, I said, I missed you so much. And she just had this most beautiful smile. And I got up, I hugged her. And the whole time she said to me, you're going to have to be strong, Tracy. You're going to have to be strong.
Wow. That's really cool, though.
And I said, Grandma's going to die, isn't she? And she just said, you have to be strong. We have to go now. And as soon as it just went pop like that, my cassette tape stopped. And at that time, this
wow.
was in probably like in November of, I don't know, when did Grandma die? 2023? I don't know, something like, not
Okay.
2023, sorry. 1920. What the fuck?
1920.
Oh, no, 1920. Oh my God. I'm like, where am I? What year is this? You're getting like early 90s. Oh my God, I'm not old. I'm that old. It's early 90s. Okay. So anyway, like the tape stopped. And my grandmother, she did die. She died the following year.
Wow.
And we didn't know that she got sick. So this was in like a December. Grandma got sick in January.
Oh, okay.
And then she ended up having bone cancer, all this other kind of stuff. And so and then she did die.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like being, wanting to be, you got to be strong.
Yeah. And I was really close with my grandmother.
I love
But she's the one that died in the hospital. And I'll never forget her eyes.
Yeah.
Her eyes were like sad.
Yeah.
They were really sad. And, and I didn't understand the body then. I didn't understand death or dying. I didn't understand any of that. But I remember her eyes. And then when my grandfather, like I said, with hospice, his eyes were accepting. He died at home.
Okay.
He died not in a hospital bed, but at least at home with family, right? But but I've seen a lot of things.
Wow.
I feel a lot of things. I don't, seeing is a little, it's not physical. Sometimes it is. It's like, you're like, like a spirit.
Right.
A lot of times it's mostly when I was doing massage therapy and when I do energy work.
Yes.
When I do energy work is the majority of the time.
Connected.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
I had this gentleman, and a long time ago, he was reaching, and a lot of times people, when they're starting to actively die, they start reaching for things. Yeah. And what they're doing is that a lot of times they're reacting something they did in their past. Like my grandfather was a welder, so he was
yes.
Yeah.
That's my dad. He was a fixer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But towards the end, he was tearing everything apart because he wanted something to
you
fit.
guys had a knife.
Like,
when they can't get out of bed.
A lot of stuff in your dad all the time.
His knives. He'd take care of them. Like, he'd have his, his guns. He collected real old ones. And shoot, those were things got locked up in the garage. But he just missed doing his normal life. You know what I mean? Like the kids, it's my nephews, 4 nephews and a niece. And it's so funny whenever he do something like make a mess, my mom's like, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, "It was the boy." It means Lucas, the youngest. He's like, "It was the boy," and Lucas goes, "Yes," or the cat. And our cat. The week that my dad passed away, this cat was like, "Wow!"
Mm-hmm.
I swear we had a full house. I know maybe some were the loved ones. Or maybe he had his dog. He loved him so much. Kayak. I swear, because that cat will do that to dogs. And we have a dog too. They would not leave his side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they always they visit him. But for that week, that cat cried all day. That was his buddy.
Yeah, that would be
so heartbreaking.
And Mom and I were like, something's up, because he don't act like that.
Crazy how animals can sense things.
Yeah.
After he passed, he went up to him and he knew, and the dog wasn't there. She had went a couple days back because it's my nephew's dog, but she's kind of become ours because now they're in an apartment where they got to be fixed, and they don't have that money, so we take them to the doctors. But it's so funny though, because my dad still the dog asked him what the dog was. It's so funny that things they remember, but that cat knew it.
Yeah,
he surely did. I'm like,
dogs can sense when people are going to have a seizure. It's amazing.
She didn't go in and look for it. I think she knew it.
Yeah.
She still goes in the room.
They grieve, and people don't understand it.
Yeah,
when they the animal wants to be with them and on their bed.
Yep, that's what they do.
And a lot of people are like, no, get away. And I'm like, no, let's not, because they're grieving too.
Yes.
They're gonna miss their loved one.
Yeah, we let them, you know,
Is that why
smell
they say it's better for the animal to see them
Yes.
on their death?
That's what
Like
we
when
let
they pass,
legs
like
do.
they lay with
Yeah.
them and stuff
Yeah.
instead of keeping them away.
That's what he
interesting.
did. Yeah, he
Yeah.
stayed with my dad. He
So,
guarded him until the
I would
end.
start sobbing so bad. I'm such a sap.
But they guarded him, like, and I know they know. Like, you can tell. They're, you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
another
every
thing.
time
How do you not get
animal
emotional?
grieve, you know?
Is it hard not to get emotional, or do you just detach
I have
somehow?
to detach.
Yeah.
I'd be like
I-
sobbing
I-
all the time.
I
Me
do.
too,
I
would be.
do.
Especially
There's
at the
been
beginning.
Yeah.
there's been times. Sometimes I'll break down in my car, but
Right.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
front of the families and stuff.
but I have to detach from it.
Oh,
And
I
so
bet.
I've done it for so many years that I've learned not to.
Yeah.
I sometimes come maybe across as cold, but it's not. It's just
Well,
No.
no,
Yeah,
defense, you
it's a
have
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
inviting
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
like,
I
somebody else upset them sometimes, and then I'll be like, you know,
the
like,
thing about it is that
Yeah.
it's not about me. It's about
Right, it's
them.
about
It's not.
them.
I'm not taking. I don't want to take away their time. And
Right.
so yeah.
that's
I-
just so cool.
But the gentleman was he was reaching up.
Yeah.
I saw something in the corner of my eye, and it was an animal in spirit.
Wow.
And it was
Love
gray.
that.
And I said, and I'm like, okay, so his animal's here. I honestly, I wasn't sure if it was a dog or a cat, but I knew it was a smaller
Yeah.
animal. So before I left, I asked the wife, I said,
Yeah.
do you guys have a dog? And I knew they didn't, but I just had to ask.
Yeah.
Or did you used to have a dog? And she says, oh, yeah. Matter of fact, she says, that's weird because I don't remember his name. I remember his faces, but not names. And he's been petting him all night. The dog has come. They had a dog schnauzer.
Oh,
And it was a gray schnauzer.
Nice.
And it was on the
Love it.
refrigerator, which I didn't pay attention.
I love that.
So yeah. So the
That's
animals,
wonderful.
what's beautiful is when animals die, they don't leave your side. They're still with you.
That's
They
so
will go.
cool.
They can go back and forth,
Yeah.
but they're with you. Like when Mr. You remember Mr.
I
Bear.
feel like a
Mr.
cat
Bear,
goes
yeah,
behind
she had
my
this
back.
beautiful
I've had
black
like
cat.
when I
Yeah.
was upstairs,
Bear.
like a cat would jump up on bed when there's no cat. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll be sitting on the couch, on the edge of the couch, just with my back. Like, our couch goes back too much and it
Mhm.
really hurts. So I'll sit kind of on the edge like I am here. I swear to you, first I thought it was like the nerves in my back. But it happens
It's your cat.
now and then. I believe so. It feels
Yeah.
like, have you ever had your cat or an animal go behind you and
Oh yeah.
cats always brush against you and
Oh,
you feel
yeah.
that tail?
And letting
I
you
was
know.
like,
Yeah.
whoa, dude. And I have like chills and I'm like, my mom's like, what? I'm like, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna say, I said, might sound nuts. I said, but that just like, I was like, I swear that was the cat my dad loved before. It was her baby that was with it, the one that meowed all night, But, yeah, he called her Putty. Like, Puddin'. Yeah, my Puddin'.
It's so cute.
I know. But I think he thought that we called his name's crazy. Like, when he's a kitten.
It's so cute.
Yeah, Sonny. Yeah. Yeah, he sure does. Yes.
Personality.
He does. Like, he'll go for some people and then some he won't. But, like, he went right up to you and to Bella and, like, got right in Bella's lap. I'm like, this cat doesn't always let me pet him. I don't get it. He used to sleep with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he used to sleep with me. And like, and then I don't get it. It's like when she attached to my dad, like, and my mom is all over, like, sorry, you're number 3. Now, when they're not around, I'm like, then they'll come over. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you're like, yeah, I love you, sir. But it's funny, though.
You have people passing here. They were talking about like seeing other people.
Oh, all the
Okay,
time.
so
All the time.
so my dad was actually telling me recently when my grandma's passing, like a week before, like she thought people were laughing at her.
Mm.
Like she's like, people are laughing at me. Don't you see them? Like, can't you hear them? My dad's like, no.
Maybe hallucination?
And then when she did die, she was like, do you see the angels? And my dad's like,
Aw.
so I think she was, just like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
It
oh, yeah.
makes you wonder if they really do see people that we can't see.
They do.
Okay.
They really do. They do come back. There's a guy.
Happened? My grandma.
totally-
They're too mad. I wanna get
Right. Maybe they're heading, but
She took it on, right? You know, come on, my grandma.
Okay, were you coming to take her? Or?
Right.
so
Yeah.
the veil is kind of coming up a little, so they're actually able to see into that spirit.
That is so cool.
And
Kind of, but I mean,
kinda.
spooky.
So there are some times that
Yeah.
I've seen demons like walk.
That
crawling. There was a
okay.
guy that was
Hell no.
long time ago
Oh,
that
God.
just saw
Set the
people
tone.
crawling on the ceiling.
No.
And so, we actually went in he was a very angry person.
Okay.
And so, and a lot of times that can happen. But majority of the time, I mean, more than most times, it's always a very calming, peaceful transition with people coming from the other side.
Yeah.
Had a gentleman, he says to me, he's like, I said, "How you doing?" And of course, I won't say any names. And and I said, and he says, "I can't sleep at night. Everybody keeps on bumping me and talking to me and just doing this and that." And I said, and he goes, "I got this guy in white that I can't see his face." And I said, "But everybody else," he goes, "This room is crowded." He goes, "It's there. Don't you see him?" And I said, "I don't."
My dad said that at one point.
I mean,
I never thought of it though.
we get there,
And so
Yeah.
comforting.
I told him, I
It
said,
is.
makes
"No."
me feel better.
I
It
said,
is
"Why
me
don't
too.
you?" I said, "Just tell him, leave me alone."
And you don't arrest
I said,
people.
"Go away. You don't need them. You're not ready yet. Just tell him to leave you alone." And he did. So the next day I went because I see him daily when they start to become active.
Yeah.
And I said, "How'd you sleep?" He goes, "So much better."
Aw.
He says, "They're all gone except the guy in white back there just standing there."
Stay there to fight him.
And I said, "There, said
He is guardian angel or
maybe.
spirit guide. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, with Reiki, did you ever go through like spirit guides and stuff like that when you learned it? Yeah. Yeah. Doris taught me how to, like, the past life thing. And like you go through like every birthday. Like, you know how hard that is? I was like 25, but to have a memory, but I've always had a good long-term memory. And I did it, and like I look down, I see man's feet, and I'm like, oh, no. And then like these hairy legs, and then I look like I'm wearing a dress, right? It's white. And I'm like, okay, so like in my mind, I'm seeing this, I'm looking down as I'm looking up. And then it's like, the people like Greeks, but I didn't get that. And it's funny, like I see a dude and I'm just like, okay, I'm doing this wrong. He's thinking of a guy or something. I didn't tell her about it at all. And then she goes, "Do you want me to tell you what it was?" And I was like, okay. Yeah, because I didn't tell my mom, anybody. So I thought maybe I just wanted to be something, And oh my gosh, she said it was like, the Greek people would be in the chariots. But my past life had fallen off, and like I have blood in the back of my head, like on a rock.
Okay.
And I
You
used
never
to
told me
have
that
I used to have the
I
worst.
didn't know you
neck
knew how
pain
you
that would
died.
burn.
That's crazy.
And when she's like, just tell them they've lived their life. It's done. The pain's gone. I'm not kidding you. I have not had neck pain again, but that's probably like one of the places I don't. Besides my legs and back.
That's pretty crazy.
like-
That is crazy.
And I'm usually not like, you know what I mean? How some people
kinda
could
left
be
that
like
as a story.
hypnotized or I'm sorry. I don't think
Oh, you
about
said it
it.
was chariot. I was like, you left out the good
Oh
part.
yeah. But she said that, she goes, "That's why you love makeup, because the men would wear
I
like
can see.
the guy liner, we call it. Sometimes like the blush, like not too lady looking. And it's funny because I've researched it and they did it. And I'm like,
Oh,
where
wow.
the hell? And I used to think maybe it's a woman. No, you can be a man. You can have been a child. Like, I don't know how things go. Gosh, my allergies. It's always one eye.
I'm
And
afraid
one
to
side
kill
of my
ants in my
nose.
house. I don't want to come back with a hit. I'm like, you gotta kill that
I'm like,
bug.
when I kill my
Play some
go to heaven. Yeah, I'm like, go to my cabin. Go to my cabin. Yeah, man, I found a spider the other day. I'm like, God, it's you. I'm like, Nick, and my brother. I'm like, please, just he's freaked out. I'm chewing. I'm like,
killed
I
my
can't
own
do
spider
it.
a couple weeks ago because Dawson wasn't home.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta take
mine
care of
had
it.
long legs. Those wolf spiders.
Yeah, they're big.
I got bit by one, and like,
Oh, really?
remember they took forever to heal.
Oh.
It made
They
it
like
a
eat your
hole.
skin. Like it's
Yes.
terrible.
Oh, it hurt.
I don't
It
remember
hurt.
happening.
Yeah,
We
like a
researched
purple
it.
scar here. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, man, I was like, okay. And then that same night, it was 4th of July, sitting out, our neighbors had fireworks, real big ones, some of the country.
Mhm.
And I had like this jumping spider just jump up on me. I didn't know it. I felt like I got a shot. I went, ow. I looked at it, I go, oh. So,
Do they
usually I'm
bite?
so afraid. Like, yeah, I looked it up. They do. I didn't know that.
They're
They-
supposed to be good, like it, because they eat all the bugs.
Well, so does wolf spiders. I didn't know that they bite.
Yeah,
yeah, like
me
they'll,
too. I had to.
they'll like deteriorate your flesh. Oh yeah,
my
it's
God.
like
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I know
Yeah,
that
remember?
brown recluse
Oh,
will
maybe
do
that's
that.
what I'm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Brown look,
That's
that's
what we
it.
looked up.
Yes.
That's
Brown-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wolf
my bad.
spiders are actually really good with eating. They're big,
Yeah.
but they're
Those just
they
stay
eat-
outside.
yeah, they stay outside.
Yeah.
It's the brown recluse that goes into like they like the,
Yeah, that's
like
what got
the
me.
like the dark.
Yep.
The
And I was
dark
outside in
yeah.
the dark.
Yep.
Yeah, brown recluse. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I was thinking of
wolf
maybe because
spider.
they're fuzzy, you know, like the,
I've never seen a
spider.
brown recluse, but we have them.
oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I said, dude, so that scared the crap out of me. I don't like spiders because I put them outside.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
Why is it so cold today?
I know.
I don't know.
I went to a
yeah.
graduation party yesterday.
Why we didn't go to the beach?
It was
Wasn't it?
Absolutely.
I know.
We swam. We swam yesterday. The air was a little chilly when you get out of the
Yeah.
pool, but the pool was so warm. And then
I know,
the
it's
day
like-
before, yeah, my nephew's like, "Come on in, Aggie," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I go, "This is gonna hurt, man," because my body, like, sometimes like air hitting my legs. You know what I mean? Like, when it really doesn't matter if it's warm or cold, but like if I'm wet getting out of the shower or like the pool, like it's with the nerves, it causes so much pain. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'll do this because I love you. Remember that when the
Yesterday
egg's
was
not around.
day for the pool. I walked and then I went to that party
Felt
and it was
good.
just, and then a storm came in.
Yeah.
And Derek came over
Really?
yesterday and now that they
Yeah.
moved here,
Oh,
he
yeah.
wants to have movie night with me.
nice.
So,
nice.
so my dad
Aw.
drove me and my mom to the party yesterday. So he dropped
Aw.
her off and Derek came to the window. He goes, "Are we
That's
going to
so
watch a
nice.
movie tonight?" And I said, "Well, we can if you want." And so then I didn't hear anything. So I'm sitting on the couch and it's like 10:30 and I thought, well, maybe I'll just
Yeah.
go to bed. He's clearly not coming. I come out of the bathroom and he's standing right there.
So don't you not it's like you locked your door at 10:30?
Really? TV was still on, so I was going to go back.
She
out the
does.
living room.
Oh, she won't now.
And I'm just like, oh my God, like, go, you're standing there. This is, I'm here to watch a movie. And I thought to myself, nah.
And give me a heart attack? When you're at it?
Hell, he's standing there. I was like, oh my God.
That's
Oh,
funny.
So we watched this movie called Caveat, and it was more of a suspenseful, psychological thriller than anything. And it was interesting. He had seen it before. He's like, "Oh, you got to see it." And of course, I kind of predicted some of the stuff that was going to happen.
Always good.
I know nobody can watch
Detective.
It's always terrible. And last week we watched Saw 10. I was like, oh, the special effects was amazing.
Oh, I can't watch it.
Two.
Stuff.
I don't think I'm either.
I can't.
two.
No.
I was like,
No.
I cannot watch
The first one.
all the haunting.
There's no way. I saw that. It could be really good. There's no
With the special effects, the storyline was about the same.
You watch all these movies. How do you let go wait? A lot.
I don't know. No. I mean, she knows better. I don't know.
It's not worth it.
Wish I had known someone that had a pig farm.
Lord.
Don't you get scared like watching at night? I mean, it's
Yeah, sometimes it will. And there was this, there was
Scare
this
yourself.
scene where there was
Yeah.
this dead body, and I'm just like, I don't, and I'm putting my hands up. No, he's taking my hands and he's like, you gotta watch it. I'm like, I'm like closing my eyes. No, Aunt Marty, you have to watch me now.
I'm like,
No, I don't.
I like
So
Christian
squeamish.
movies. I'm a very
Amen.
like, Christian movie kind of girl. I'm a huge Christian, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't watch those anymore now.
Yeah.
I can't. I
there's
just
something
anything
They are
with
creepy.
anything with demonic, anything. I just can't do it
I
anymore.
do like watching like paranormal investigations. I know a lot of them are crap. You know what I mean? They're like,
That's the one I just saw. 6 feet under.
Oh,
Eye
yeah,
opener.
what? No, I mean
They
like
own
when
this
people.
funeral home. They were raised in this funeral home. His dad died.
This is a movie.
It's a
series.
show.
Oh.
It's from like 2001.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really old.
It's so jacked
Okay,
up.
I mean,
It's
like,
very
investigation.
Some of the bodies they see down, like, oh my god.
It's very.
I had to
jacked
turn
up.
my head a lot. The guy that got squished in the elevator, like, oh my god!
I must have
No.
not seen that one.
Oh god, I'm on season 5.
I would never go to
It was on
in an
Netflix.
elevator
I
again.
did through it in a week.
So I only got through so many seasons.
It's like 5 seasons.
She's got it on HBO or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't have that. So
I blew through it in like 1 week. I was like, I can't stop watching
The
it.
whole
It's
season.
horrible, but it's like, well, I can't stop.
how many
Oh my
seasons were there?
lordy.
It's like there's 5.
Fine, okay.
So it's kind of like it kind of shows you what kind of happens in a weird way where bodies get there. I don't know if any of it's true, like how the cremation is, and it's like, oh my god.
No,
But
can't do it.
the guy that plays that,
He'll
he's
scare me.
he plays in that show Dexter, where he.
Is that who Dexter? Oh,
Yeah, I really.
He played in
I
The
really
Crown
like
too in
him.
JFK.
Holy crap.
Dexter is he's he works for
I do
the
remember Dexter.
police department, and he's a blood splatter analysis, but he's also
Doesn't he
he's
kill the
also
bad
a
guys?
he's
A
also-
killer.
Yeah.
kills all
big-
these bad.
Is that what he does?
Yes,
the,
it's
the
crazy.
people that get away with
Example.
murder.
Knows
Yeah.
exactly how blood splatter is going to go, so he knows how to cover everything,
do,
cover up
yes.
his tracks. And then he was just chopping the bodies up, throwing them in the bay, and he became known as the
Yeah.
Bay Butcher or something.
Oh my gosh.
And it was, I was thinking, God, they left you at such a cliffhanger, and now they made this
Yeah,
resurrection one or
Yeah,
whatever.
I
it's called.
saw
haven't
that,
seen
but
that yet.
I know, like, that's still Handmaid, right? Same actor. He looks
I
a little
think so.
different to me. I don't know why.
Older.
Maybe that's it. Okay, yeah. But, yeah, I
But
know when
it
they
was
left you
tough.
on the cliffhanger, I'm like, I hate it when they do that. I watched a show called The Empress, or I think that's what it is.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It started in 2022, and they have the first season, only 6 episodes. 2024 comes the second one. Now I'm waiting for the third
Don't you hate that when they
They're
do
only
that?
6 episodes each, and I
so
love it.
Oh.
You know, they're like true history. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
so into that with kings and queens and
Me too. I don't know why. I
Yes.
feel connected to like the
like Napoleon.
that was your
and-
family? You like the-
yeah.
like the
I'm, like,
Romanov
obsessed
family?
with
Yeah.
watching
I'm a
Yes.
huge Romanov fan.
You too?
Yeah, the Tsar, the Tsarina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that story?
Uh-uh.
So, I know, I know. I'm thinking, I'm like, what?
How do I know you guys?
So the Tsar and Tsarina, Romanov, they were, and help me with this story. They were Russian.
Yeah.
And so they were, the king and queen, if you were, I don't think that they
Yes.
call it king and queen at that, but emperors
Yeah.
maybe.
I think it was, like that. Isn't that what the Tsar meant? Or
Yeah,
Tsarina?
yeah.
That's
that's
how
what
they
the Tsar.
say it. Yeah.
So, I can't think of her name, Nikolai, and I can't think of her name. But anyway,
Oh, yeah. I just said it
She-
last night.
I know. And so this is late 1800s,
Oh,
early
okay.
1900s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And so while they were in this beautiful palace, if you will,
Yes.
their countrymen in Russia were kind of starving.
There's,
Yeah.
men, women,
And so what
Bad.
happened is that's when we're starting now and going into World War II.
Okay.
So, or excuse me, World War One. And they were eventually kidnapped and taken to
that Rasputin guy.
that
I don't
was-
think helped
I'm all over the
either.
place because I'm like, it's okay. So Rasputin was Greek Orthodox because they were
Yes.
Greek Orthodox, and so that was a kind of, if you can look up Rasputin, he was something. He could see
Okay.
things, know things.
Yeah.
It was just really bizarre how he was. What their he kind of infiltrated himself into the royal family.
Oh, okay.
Big time.
And so everybody kind of was starting to become against this royal family.
Yeah.
So eventually they kind of fell. And this was kind of, at this time, I don't think it was Stalin. Was it Stalin at that time?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember if it was Stalin, but anyway, I think maybe Stalin was someplace else. Okay.
I think you're right. I think that is somewhere else. Maybe when
I'm going to sound complete like an idiot right now. But anyway, they got kidnapped. Well, they were all murdered.
Oh, the Tsar family.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was the crown, and that was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it was.
Essentially, they took them into like kind of hiding.
And they ended up
like a building.
Did they make them think they were going to be saved?
Yeah.
They sold all their jewels.
They sold all their jewels and their dresses.
Yes, it was.
They had like how many girls? They had like a big family. Plus their nannies and stuff. They went down. They woke them up early in the morning. Took them down into the basement.
3 daughters. Oh my goodness! I think it's the 3 daughters, right? And is it
Nikolai?
Nikolai, yeah.
The Nikolai, the junior guy, the only boy. He had
I was just gonna say what he had.
What was that?
Not polio.
No, it was when you bleed.
Hemophilia. Yes, that runs in my family.
Oh, okay.
Which actually they believe like people. That's what
and he got
my uncle had,
and that's why Rasputin came in. That's right, to help heal him with because he would bleed often, and nobody knew that this kid was sick.
Yeah, and you got to protect him from getting bruised. I mean, like, it's very back then, and even when my uncle was a baby, remember in the car accident, like there was nothing to treat it with, like now. You know what I mean? Now, like you would live to have been, you know what I mean, older, But she's right. But when they took these people out, I don't know where they thought they were going, but they took them down to the basement.
I do. They showed it like the crown, the show.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my god.
Bullets were like,
I think they made them think they were going to be saved. They were like escorting them somewhere.
Off the jewels.
They were made to
think
that.
Oh my god.
I remember it was horrible. I had to fast forward that part when they watched
it.
The movie or what was it, like Seasons? It was, I'm trying to think,
there was a series on it, but I can't find this. I can't find the series. Yeah.
Netflix or Hulu.
And it tells actually the real story. Rasputin's in it.
It's very good. Yeah.
Really good.
It is.
I literally can't find it. I was looking for it the other day.
Yeah. I saw it somewhere, but I can't remember. My mom and I watched it together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Season 2 too. You know, that's how, I was.
Yeah, I like history and histories on
period pieces too. And
I get like connected to Civil War.
Yeah, my brother is very connected.
Too.
Yeah, he is. Like Gettysburg, he's just very connected.
Stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I love like Gone with the Wind, like period movie pieces. Like that's just my jam. I remember watching like Broadway, like the musicals of like Judy Garland. At like honestly, like when I got her, I was 12.
Oh wait, no,
I'm sitting in the recliner.
That's sorry, Julie. That's not Judy Garland. My bad.
Wizard of Oz was Judy Garland.
Yes, well, that was the lady. It sounded like
Juliet. Oh, Juliet.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm like, my bad.
I love that one too.
Long one.
I sure do.
I was like, picture of this mountain's out.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I'd probably fall down because I got dizzy or trip.
I trip over something. Don't go down there.
They filmed that with a helicopter over her, and they said that they kept getting lower and lower, but the wind, you know how like it comes down and like gets blowing your hair everywhere. She kept falling down, so they had to go higher. Yeah, I watched something on it. I'm like, wow, they got it.
You watch those like 15 facts you didn't know on like YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Watch
shows.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm so into stuff like that. I'm always good with learning something new. You know what I mean? Like whether it's, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like I like learning something new. You know?
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
I think so. Heck yeah.
Never stop learning.
That's right.
Have you had like spiritual attachments?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is commercial break. Yeah, it's cute. Like it's the theater. You have to do
Oh my
that.
god, that's so funny.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. You're not talking to your neighbor.
Do not throw popcorn. It's your neighbor.
Or the 80s. It's
No,
10 o'clock
it's
at night.
just
You
don't
know
throw
where your children
popcorn.
are.
I swear to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's get back to spiritual
Okay.
attachments.
Yeah, I gotta know. Gotta know.
Yeah, I have.
Wow.
I've had people, yeah. And usually, like, if I know that I have an attachment, I want to
Yeah.
smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Have you
That's a
guys
good tell.
ever heard of the book The Unquiet Dead?
No.
So it's about these it's about attachments. It's about this
Okay.
psychiatrist that had all these people with different kind of, not personalities. They didn't have, there was no mental illness,
Right.
and he knew that there was something going on.
Yeah.
And well, because when we walk, we're walking among the dead.
Right.
And so,
Yeah.
and especially people who are alcoholics, who are have some kind of addiction.
Drug addiction.
Sometimes it's not necessarily them.
Right.
It's all these attachments. Like I had a boyfriend that was a huge alcoholic, and when he would, his face would literally morph into a demon.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And
black eyes
Oh,
and
that's-
everything.
Everybody
And,
says the
black eyes and
eyes.
everything. Yeah.
Wow.
I knew. I'll tell you the story. This one night, he got really, really drunk, and this is soon after I left him. But I know this is before I left him. But after
Okay.
this, soon after I left
Yeah.
this incident. But something told me not to sleep that night because I thought
Really?
for sure I was going to die.
Yeah, you listen to that.
And so I was like, and so I prayed, of course, always to Jesus, but
Oh, yeah.
Archangel Michael to protect me. And so I was like,
Yeah.
well, and I knew that he was just so drunk. I just had this feeling that,
Something that was gonna happen.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Something was coming.
it was.
I always get that sense too. Like I get like weird vibes. Like
Listen
I feel
to
like
it.
something's
Yeah.
coming, and I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. Yeah.
And so that night, I wake up and there's this crash.
Wow.
And then I woke up and he was in the closet. He had broken the door and he had fallen into his closet.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And I jumped up because I thought, shit, this is it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna die. And so anyway, he got up and it wasn't him.
Whoa.
He went out into the hallway, turned his head slowly toward me like a demon, smiled at me,
Oh my God.
and stared at me, and I went,
Yeah.
this is, and I'm thinking all these different places how I can get out.
Yeah.
Right.
And he went into the bathroom, and then he went into the kitchen, and then I was really slowly. I went into the kitchen, and he was sitting at the table with his hands on his head,
Yeah.
and I said his name, and he looked up, and his face was there. He goes,
Like it
"How
was-
did I get here?"
Like it was gone.
Oh.
Like
Right?
it lifted.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So then, and
freaky.
I was shaking. I mean, I could barely stand.
You'd have to be, yeah.
And so anyway, I had left him a few weeks after,
Okay.
and like a year later, I'm in my new role. I'm driving and doing my thing, and all of a sudden, I heard this voice said, "I pushed him," and I said, and I pulled off to the side and I went, "You pushed him," and this voice says that my boyfriend's name my ex-boyfriend's name at the time. So when I prayed,
Yeah.
whoever was with me, and I believe it was Archangel Michael, always Jesus too, they had pushed him into the closet.
Oh my
God.
God.
Push him
Okay.
away
Yeah.
from you.
I was thinking.
Yeah, and I literally just, I just,
Wow.
Okay.
I could feel
so
this
he
love.
would come after you.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
love
and I
that.
started
That's
just
a-
crying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all this motion. This was like a year later, and I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about him, but then I heard that
You
voice.
just want
No,
people
you
to
just
know.
kinda
And I
just-
just,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's,
So Michael
I
is
love
an
that.
angel.
Michael is an archangel.
So that's
And-
how.
yeah.
Because we had a child spirit in our house. I named it Michael.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I'm like,
Okay.
I just picked that random name, like Michael. So that's funny. It's an angel. Like, oh, okay. It wasn't like he was really sweet.
Okay.
Like he wanted to play with Hunter.
Was
So
this at your duplex?
no, this was at the new house when we first moved in.
No.
Like our house felt like really dark when we moved in. And Hunter would be downstairs playing trains by himself and come upstairs scared, frantic, and like I would hear footsteps on the stairs. Thought it was Hunter coming up, and Hunter's
she told me
not
about
even. He's still downstairs playing. Like, what are you talking about, Mom? Like weird stuff. And I was like, we went out that one night, and I was kind of like in a drunken state where you're not like freaking out.
Mhm.
I see this kid standing beside
Calm.
my bed,
You
in bib overalls, dark hair, like pointing at me.
holy crap.
And then after that, I realized he was gone. The house was light. Like I was feeding Bella. She was a baby at the time. I was like, this house is really light now.
You just want to be
Okay.
acknowledged. I don't know.
I think that's what it was because I
No.
invited him. Like, you can be a part of our family, but please don't scare us. I know that you're here. And
Please don't ever do that.
no,
I was going to say
No, please don't ever
inviting
do
is
that.
oh,
bad.
it's like, well,
No,
I mean,
no, no.
If you look like a child
because-
too.
Sometimes they're demons.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's true.
And when you welcome any spirit, so if you don't acknowledge them, you don't acknowledge them.
Okay.
You just no. Yes, I've had attachments, and I had a spirit. I was at my girlfriend's house, and I had been drinking, and yeah, a lot of times when you drink, and like I said, the addictions.
Yeah.
So you have this aura around you, right? And it's protection too. But when you have an addiction, what it does is that it breaks it down, and so attachments attached to
Yeah.
you. And so anyway, I brought something home with me, and I knew it, and I was like,
Oh.
"Son of a bitch." So, but I just kind of left it alone. I didn't think
Right.
really of it.
Yeah.
And my animals sometimes will know. Like Mr. Bear used to
Oh,
be
yeah.
a cat. He would look at me and hiss at me.
Wow.
And
yeah.
so anyway, I felt like I wanted to smoke.
Yeah.
And then Phil, my husband, says to me, "Why do you smell like cigarettes? Are you smoking?"
Wow.
And he did. He did. And I said, "No." I said, "I have an attachment." I said, "I gotta
Right.
get rid of it." Because you gotta get rid of that. So anyway, I could feel this presence and I could feel this whatever. So I start describing this. I call my girlfriend and she's open. And she said, and I told her, I said, "Hey, I brought something home with, and she's like, and I started describing this guy. And
You
she's
could
like,
actually know.
"Stop it." She said, so what I saw, this guy was sitting in a lounge chair, or in a recliner chair,
Yeah.
and smoking and drinking. Well,
Do you actually see them or do you have visions?
visions.
Okay, so I get visions
Yep.
too sometimes. But, like, I don't understand them.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of freaky. It's like, I wonder who are these memories of?
Yep.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
And
Like, I've told her about a house in some desert area. I don't even, like, I remember like a house, but it's not mine.
interesting.
Yeah.
You ever ask?
I remember
I just
going
opened
to
myself up to
Disneyland in
But I want to do a
California.
past reading too. Just to see.
Child.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I've had it as a child. And I insisted to my mom that we had never gone there. We went to Florida when I was a kid after that dream. I was probably about 4. And like, really, I still remember it was like I was there.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird because I've never been to California ever, at least in this
Yeah.
life. And like, I remember she's like, "Maybe it is a dream." I'm like, it felt more than that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I don't know, everything's kids' imaginations or this or that, but it just makes you wonder, I mean, I think past lives sound cool, but I'd rather just like reside in heaven,
Right.
like it sounds good,
So who is the guy in the
no
face?
pain, no
Um,
feeling of love.
She said your friend said shut up or something.
Sure, she
Oh
said.
yeah,
So what happened is that her husband was an insurance guy, and
Okay.
he had to go to a scene
Yeah.
where a wife took gasoline and
my
and
gosh.
poured it on this guy, and then lit fire. And so, but I described all of that, and
Holy
she
macaroni.
said, she goes, "No way, that happened years ago." I said, "Oh, I don't know, man." I said, "I don't know.
Right.
This is what I saw.
Yeah.
The guy that I got
That's
rid of."
crazy.
Yeah. And then people, when I would come into my, my house, it would have attachments I'd get rid of. And
How do you get rid of them? Like, is it sage or does that work?
prayer.
Prayer.
Prayers are
Yeah.
a lot of things. Everything
Totally
I
believe
do is
that.
through Christ, and so it's always prayer. It's always I read from the Bible.
I always
you
felt that.
you open up the doors to let them out, and
Yeah.
and so I'm very protected.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
yeah, I don't acknowledge, like sometimes I will get if I feel really anxious going to a patient's place, it's
Okay.
because I'm feeling their energy prior to me
Are
getting
you?
there.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
knowing that the house there's just a lot of yeah. And I know that I have to clear myself if I'm feeling sad or if I'm feeling some other way that I don't normally feel, then I know I have an
Have
attachment.
they ever made you sick before? Like serious drained or
Drained.
very drained?
Yeah.
Drained. I'm not grounding myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to really literally ground myself every day. If I don't, then I
I think it's so important.
Yeah.
I do. You
It
know?
is.
Yeah.
The best way you can ground yourself is actually barefoot
I
barefoot
go on the grass.
in the grass with a tree.
That's weird.
So
I didn't know about
the trees actually have all this energy, and it's
Oh, I
so
didn't know
absolutely
either.
beautiful. So when a tree is cut down, all of the roots will go to this tree to save it.
Oh, I didn't.
And they have
Wow.
and trees, if you ask the tree to come and let's see, they'll come and touch your face.
Oh,
You ask it
wow.
to touch its face or touch your
Wow,
face.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
You can always, they talk. So if you look at every plant, they have all these vibrational, and if you they make this thing that you put clips on and you can hear the song, the music. So every plant has its own music.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And they talk and they actually communicate that way.
I love that.
very
I love that.
Movie was it when the lady was talking to the plant? Was it? Maybe it was the Golden Girls. Like, why are you talking to the plant? That makes sense though.
Yeah, right?
I
Oh,
take
when
all
she
my
went to
trees.
her childhood home because it was being torn down.
No, somebody was talking to a plant, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But that makes
Yeah, I've
sense
heard
now.
people talking
That's
up
cool.
to their
I
plants.
didn't
Yeah,
know.
it's supposed to be good for them.
Yeah, it's an energy thing.
Yeah,
And there's also
okay.
a chemical that we spew out when we talk to a plant too.
Oh,
So,
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool, you know?
But yeah, I clear myself, and I don't think about it. I don't acknowledge, because you don't know if it's going to be demon or not.
Oh, okay.
And usually, and honestly, the most spirits that are on this earth are demon.
Yeah.
Really?
They really are. I've come across demons. So
Wow.
yeah, especially when I was a child, I used to, when I played with the Ouija board.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had,
My
I
mom
will
was
not-
so
yeah,
against
I will
that.
touch
She never did it,
I
but
tell my
she
kids they were
heard stories. My brother messed around as a kid.
yeah.
Not me, girl.
You don't
It's
know what you're doing.
terrified
That's
me.
what I
Well,
pray on.
It scares me.
I got to tell you, years when I was in my early 20s, I had a Ouija board, and this is when I was in school for printing, and I was with the two other gals, and whatever was with us wanted to kill me.
Oh my gosh.
And it said wanted to kill me. And I knew it was on this side. And this girl that was over here, she looks at, she goes, Tracy, it's on your left side. And I knew it. And the hair stood and it was breathing. And I was walking around. I couldn't figure out what to do. And I wasn't a Christian at the time.
Okay,
But
yeah.
that night, I had this heaviness and I couldn't get it away. I literally knelt down and prayed.
Yes.
That I said, I promise I will never touch another Ouija board again, blah, 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 blah. And it went away. And to this day, I never will ever touch. And that was like how many years ago? Long time.
Yeah, but you learned your lesson.
Yeah.
Like,
I won't either.
I know I've had people like, they'd be in school, like, let's do this. I'm like, look, you guys do you want, but look, I've heard people's stories
Yeah.
and I just don't. I heard like lower, what do you call it?
I've done that.
Evil
I
entities.
know Bella was asking
like,
about it the other day. I'm like, don't you dare be doing this.
No
Like,
seances.
you are not doing that here.
Why do they have Ouija boards in a store next to the kids?
And no, it's a kid's game.
Yeah, it
It's
is not.
Goodwill.
It's just like
At
8 to
Goodwill. I saw staff and I'm
They
like,
need to get rid of.
Yeah,
I'll
it's like-
put those on the shelf.
that's just not right.
No.
Like,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
My experience, same
Yeah.
thing. I didn't have an attachment, but I was like, I am.
I need to get rid
But how do you know? Because you guys go into cemeteries.
Yeah.
So how do you know you didn't bring something home?
We don't. Luckily, nothing's happened. We always ask each other.
What about the
anything-
voice?
Huh?
The voice that came through your.
I don't remember what.
You never saw anybody honest. Maybe that's not popular down
How long ago was it?
a while ago.
Yeah, about
It was
like
really
month and a half.
The
intense.
last cemetery, so far we've gotten 20 EVPs so far. Haven't even finished yet.
You know that those they'll attach to you, right?
Yeah. Like we always like stay here, like
Yeah, don't
always
follow
like,
us.
follow us.
Just-
I know it
yeah.
probably doesn't work, but
I had a spirit follow me, and when I step into a cemetery, I'm like, whoa! I'm like, y'all got to back up. Jacqueline
oh my
was
god,
with
I
me.
see that all the time. Like
Yeah.
there's so much energy.
It's
Oh,
funny, like
Jacqueline's just
And use it so much. And like
There's a
it
lot.
was, it was
that
like
one
nothing
graveyard
that one
felt
time. Like
so
what?
peaceful though.
It was
felt
weird. Like usually there's like energy coming at me like full speed, and I'm like,
Mhm.
there's nothing.
quiet.
It was like weird,
you
bizarre.
know, just
It's
quiet.
like, why do we
and
get all
I'm
these
like,
voices? I didn't feel.
it's
So it
the
was
thing
weird.
though. I guess you don't know it's there.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jacqueline was with you the time that you went in there?
Yeah, I stepped out of the car and I was like, oh my gosh. And I said, everyone just step away. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with you. And Jacqueline's like, whoa.
Like, what is she talking about?
Jacqueline's like, you're creeping me out, Tracy. You're creeping me out. And I said, don't worry about it. I'll get rid of them. And I didn't feel like I felt anybody come home with me. But that night, we're sitting in the living room and Maggie, one of my dogs, Jacqueline's sitting next to her. Maggie sits up, looks at the wall in the corner and starts growling. And I went, shit. I'm like, something came on with me. And then she slowly got down. I never seen it. She was really slow. Got down off the couch, walked over to the wall and sniffed it and backed up and growling. Jacqueline says, I'm creeped out right now. I said,
Yeah.
don't worry about it. I said, I'll get rid of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You and I got sick. Remember when we did the Annabelle episode?
Oh my gosh. And you
Just
lost some
researching.
footage.
I lost like all the videos. It was weird.
Yeah.
She and I got sick.
Yeah.
I did.
It was very.
I was
really
scared to even.
weird.
I kept saying, I'm like, I kind of scared to do this episode because I feel like something bad's gonna happen, and we both got sick.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like, okay, don't worry about it.
No.
It was right after they moved her, and
It
so
was
we did.
years. We
You know, that guy died.
Yes.
See, that's
Oh,
what
did
I'm
he?
saying.
He
Yeah,
did.
the guy dies.
We could try that again.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah.
I was like,
When you-
oh my god. Yeah.
When you deal with stuff like that, you just, no.
Why
it's
would you
just-
move her? Like
I
He
know.
touched her and moved her. Yeah, and he died, what, 3 days?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
like a
Heart
some-
attack?
heart
Yeah.
attack. I think
That's
on the
no
And he was
floor
okay.
in the room, I believe.
Yeah.
They were taking on tour. once.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you take her on tour?
Yeah, I was
like,
just
who's
thinking,
really
they do.
wondering was it to do that?
They do. I'm
There's
like,
a reason what they're in there.
Yeah,
There's no
it's
good
just like-
juju there.
bad, Judy.
Hell,
Yeah, I know. I always
not
pray about
touch
it because I'm like,
looking at her,
you know, I always
Man.
pray on it
And then the-
because, yeah.
put her on tour for, and then
No, you don't touch that
they
stuff.
took her. They took her to a prison, and then
I
those
wouldn't
like
want to look
15
at it.
You don't.
people escaped.
Oh, I forgot about that.
No, you don't take her because
Wow.
you
Yeah,
think
exactly.
I mean, these are all a lot of negative things that happen to a lot of these prisoners in their life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And it's just why, and they already have all these attachments. Why would you bring a demon thing into
Right.
that has energy?
That's already the
That'd be
that's
like a
already-
freaking party for it. Huge.
Yeah.
That's insane.
No, you don't. Oh, the sun.
I know. It's
Oh,
like,
oh,
warm. I'm like, we can wrap this up. I mean,
Yeah.
That's
I was
funny.
glad it didn't rain.
yeah, me too. I saw
Oh,
this
that's
Could
what
be
like
a storm.
We're
We're supposed to get
morning,
another
like-
storm.
tonight.
Yeah, let me
Aw.
look at the. I know.
Did you want to go swimming?
Daddy,
I was-
it's
She's like,
it's
it's so full open. Like, I
It's
brought
heat.
towels if you want to.
I could have jumped in. I'm
It's
joking.
heated, but the problem is because the air is cold. That
Yeah.
pool is going to feel super
Freezing.
warm, but you're going to
I
freeze
know.
when you get out.
That's
you
what
know?
happened when I went swimming with Lucas. It wasn't like
Oh, it
this,
says
but
1% chance of rain, so I don't think that's good to be.
I've never seen it.
Those look like what are they? Snow clouds over there? What's going on?
It's like
That's like
swear to
fall
God, if it
weather.
snows tonight.
why do you think there are spirits in the graveyard? Are these people that haven't like crossed
I always
over
wanted that
yet?
too. Okay.
Is it because they don't want to, or this you do? Okay, I don't know if like I've heard people.
Some people,
your death. What is it's? I forget
some
what
people,
they call it.
maybe they're afraid.
Okay.
They don't, some people don't know they're dead. Some people
Okay.
are they're just afraid. And a lot of sometimes it's just energy and it's
Okay.
leftover energy.
Like residual energy. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And like if you have there's children, but then again, demons can they can,
they can
pretend.
mimic.
Yeah,
They
that's
can.
what I was saying. She
Yeah.
said a little
Yeah.
boy, and I'm like, yeah, I was like, it doesn't mean that, but you don't know.
And most of that, they're all demons.
Really?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
And they take any form. Yeah. When you start opening the door and playing with the spirits,
Yeah.
there's never a good outcome, because then you bring in the bad juju into your homes because you don't know if you have attachments or not.
Well,
Really? Even just, wow, walking through the graveyard? Really?
Yeah. I mean, just walking. I mean, because I like walking sometimes, looking at but
You
I
love
don't.
graves.
You know,
I like
yeah,
that too.
it's kind of history because I like history.
I like
Yeah.
research,
But I don't want to. I don't want to start talking to them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not for me.
No, I get it. Yeah.
I mean, I'll go in and clear a home if somebody's having issues,
Okay.
you know. But I also it could also piss off the demon too.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then you got really big problems, and you don't want to do that. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, how do you know if your home needs to be cleared? Like, is it just like feeling like something?
If the heaviness, like you felt,
Yeah.
the
I felt that
heaviness.
for my dad died like that year, and my depression has never been, it was never that bad, my anxiety. And the day he passed, I know it's weird, but like, I was actually fine after that. And I know I went through a lot with him, you know, being sick and stuff, but it was just kind of weird. It was like, I told my mom, like, I don't think anything, I hope not, was lingering around, or, you know what I mean? But
I don't think.
I just like,
I
can
feel
people
like-
with depression be susceptible to stuff like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. It's been better. I've been getting Spravato treatments. It's like ketamine, but it's called like esketamine or something, and it's with another medication. So I've tried everything.
So
Yeah.
when you have because a lot of depression can be also grief. And if your dad, you said your dad died on your birthday, right?
Yes.
Then you can have do something special on your birthday for your dad.
Yes.
You can write a letter to your dad, and then you can actually burn it, and then it'll go up into the heavens, and in a sense go to.
I like that. Yeah.
You can also
that's
light
cool.
a candle, and so I'll get a candle that's not used,
Okay.
and then you can say a prayer over this candle, and every time you light this candle, there's that prayer. So there's different things you can do to help with grief.
Yeah, thank you for that. Like, I think a lot of people just don't know that, you can do that. Yeah.
I'm a grief coach too.
That's cool too.
That's like that.
You're an incredible woman. You are. Really. I mean, I've learned a lot. It's interesting. It
Very
is.
interesting.
I've heard it was on the show I was watching, like I said, paranormal, but this lady, like, somebody's house had spirits or something in it, but she said like she'd have a Reiki master come and like take a spirit away or something. Can that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I
like,
go in and clear.
okay.
I don't.
It's like I think the third part. Aren't there certain parts of Reiki, right?
So mastership is the highest.
Yeah.
There's 3. There's level 1, level 2, and level 3.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're a Reiki master teacher, which I am,
Okay.
I can also teach it. I used to teach it. I don't do it anymore.
Oh, well, she still did, because I'd love to get back to it. I mean, I still remember everything, like shakule, and like it's stuff that sticks in your head. I remember I draw it with my tongue. You know what I mean? Like, she taught us things like, if you're not like drawing shakule here, but yeah, it's funny. She knew that I had miscarried my baby even before. Like a day before, yeah.
Okay.
It's nuts. Like, yeah. That lady, I don't think I've ever met, like I said, somebody that, like, I didn't know what Reiki was, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's so good for like the pain, Yeah.
Again, it's a very relaxing. It kind of sometimes takes people into a different realm, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
My Reiki is always, because I pray over my table.
Yeah.
My Reiki maybe is a little different. I mean, it's not the same, but mine's always like, in a sense, Christian. Everything I do is through Christ. So it has a lot of so there is a church that teaches against Reiki down down in Niles, and it says it's from the devil. It's not.
Yeah, I've heard people say that, and I'm like,
they think it's a religion.
It's not. Yeah, that's it. Just scared me because I'm like, it's not like
it's not witchcraft. I know people have said that.
I'm like,
I've been told that before, and I'm like, I would never do anything, number one, against God,
right?
And everything I do is for Him. Right. It's one of the reasons I am an end of life doula.
Yeah,
and I work with hospice people, so I can be there if they want. For number one, I never push my stuff on anybody.
Yeah.
I walk in their journey and I guide them through their end of life.
I love
and
that.
That's what a death doula is. What my role as a death doula and somebody outside being a death doula out of hospice.
Yeah.
They're a little different than when in hospice I have a team that helps me.
Yes.
And in a sense, like I said, I'm that gap and I fill in those, spots for the people. But I don't do everything. Outside of hospice, I would help with the funeral planning. I would help with.
I was just going to ask that. I'm like, so after they're gone, do you stay connected with families?
Some of them, yeah.
And you go to
I go to funeral.
I've had phone calls and letters. It's really nice.
And hospice alone, though, we have bereavement a year, 13 months after.
So you need counseling. I thought that was very good.
Stop. It keeps going.
For 13 months.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just like done. It's like over.
I was already going through it, therapy. So it's like,
and they just packed up and left.
No, but not at all.
Most times, we'll reach out to people, but it's also up to them if they want help.
But at least you guys
offer it.
They're doing something at the lake coming up for the hospice patients, and I think it's of every maybe year, where somebody has passed.
We go memorial.
Yes, they're going to do that here.
I'm setting up one for our hospice.
Okay,
in September. I'm working on that now to set that up.
Cool.
This one's in July. It'll be at, I think maybe Snare, Silver Beach, or something like that.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, I'm going.
Can I ask what hospice did you have?
You know what? I think is there one in St. Joe?
Was it at the time? It was Caring Circle. Was it in Caring Circle, or how long ago did your dad die?
Oh, in October. Yeah.
Was it then? Well, it used to be Caring Circle. Now it's Corwell.
So I think
it was Corwell. Yeah. Yes.
Where do you live?
Me and Eau Claire.
I know, but
where in Fairview Road?
Oh yeah, it's
from Meadowbrook.
Do you know where the Benton Harbor Charter School is? On Meadowbrook?
Countryside.
Yeah.
It's right there. So.
You go, here's the school, right?
It's like right the next.
And then you'll see it at Fairview, and then you go down, and there'll be a Union goes over. You go down there, and you'll see. I live like right there. I could go on there, but yeah,
I used to live there long time ago.
What?
Yeah, Sandy Hill.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah,
that's so weird. Wow. Huh.
This just for a short while, but 3 years, maybe 3 or 4 years.
That's cool. Yeah. We've lived there for, I think I was probably like
same time that
5.
Phil lived there with his same time.
That's funny.
You know the funny thing is that my friend, this is when I first was in massage school. And she would come over and I would practice on her. She goes, I have this guy. I wish that, but he's married, but you two would make a really good couple.
Was she talking about Phil?
Yeah. She was talking about Phil.
I love it.
Isn't that funny?
I love it. You guys are so close. Like,
I was going to say
married, right?
Yeah.
To your ex-husband.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
It's
it does.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's what I'd like.
If
I had, I would.
His second wife was like, I tried to be friends with her. We were friends for a while on Facebook, but she hit Jacqueline and left.
Oh, I would.
She left a palm. She left a palm print. Yes. And I called Phil and I said, "Your wife just hit her child, and there's a print." He did not believe me. He stuck up for her.
There's the reason why.
I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. Like if if I go over there, I'm going to jail. Right?
I like this.
Oh, no, it's like,
I'll hold her down.
right? It was because she lied. I don't care what
You don't-
she
you don't
did.
If she lied, you don't smack her.
No.
No,
That's one thing I
not
said to
right.
Phil. I said, I'm going to tell you something. You're the disciplinary. I said,
Right,
I'm your
yeah.
stepmom.
I get
I like everything I do. Everything's going to go through you. I'm
right.
like, these are your children. I'm not.
Like I'll support you.
I'll
But
support you.
Yeah.
They're your responsibility in a sense. Where
I get
if
that.
something happens to them and I did something, they'll know.
Only one time did she step in with Dawson.
Oh, it was yeah. Oh, I was.
She was.
Oh, I was pissed. I was so mad. I was so. I can't have I did. That one time, and he didn't come around for. I yelled at him.
Oh, yeah, it was.
We just eat that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he wasn't going to school. Well, that was one time.
Yeah, that was part of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I pulled that
Yeah.
crap too.
And
I'm out.
we were working all on the yard, and
Yeah.
he wasn't helping out. He wasn't doing, and I said, hell no.
Good for you.
And I was like, I was like,
Watching.
you know, no, he was in his room.
Oh.
Pouting like he did. He was pouting.
it was a power.
And I just said, I was like,
This is done.
I was
Right.
I was over it. And he left, and I think it was about a couple of weeks or more that he
Aw.
came home. But Jacqueline and Phil were outside, and all I heard their jaw just dropped because I didn't lose my cool. That's literally in the 11 years I've been married with him. This is the first time I lost my cool.
Yeah,
It was my breaking point.
Yeah.
I didn't touch him. I yelled.
No, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't see the problem with that.
Yeah,
I don't, you know. Yeah. You know,
Oh, that
you were
kid.
beating him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would never touch
The
it.
time
Yeah.
we would go to Abby's house.
Oh my God, this is so funny. So we wondered, we couldn't find him. We didn't know where he was at. And then I'm like, and then we
Wait,
finally
you guys were
found.
together?
Oh,
We went looking for him.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's
telling me and
funny.
Phil. So Phil and I are
Gotcha.
okay. Driving. We all went to Abby's house. Marty got out of that vehicle, and I looked at Phil. I said, "I don't think we need to do anything." I think Marty's got the sandals. He's got it. And Marty, I said, "Oh, we're good." I said, "I will try this." So
That's so funny.
Dawson gets in. He looked like I don't know. His head was down like. He gets in the vehicle. But it was so funny because Marty's still like this in the car. I tried to Dawson's car. I said, "No,
That's so funny.
I think we're good."
He's got it.
Oh God,
Yeah,
that's so.
last time he pulled a stunt like
That was the last time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I need a dip, dude.
Oh, my mom.
Yeah.
So good me.
I still can't.
Yeah,
I get
Olive Garden
trouble.
got so mad, like, okay, right back at the driveway we went. I was like, it wasn't about me. She took me home. I didn't get dinner. I was like,
I was
What the
mad
heck?
at
Let's go eat a
myself.
piss.
don't piss her off. You
God,
want to eat.
get me so mad that
It's
her
funny.
night.
It's funny,
I'm like,
though.
that's never going to happen again.
Right?
And it did, unfortunately.
No.
Why the wall we were doing baby up today. That was a funny story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, thanks for letting me come.
Oh, thank you for doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
this is
awesome.
awesome of you.
Any other questions at all? Or?
I'll probably have it. Oh, my God.
I know. I think I'm in the car.
Well, if you want me back, I can go.
Yeah, definitely. Shoot, we're in the October club. Yeah.
Rachel's the odd one out.
You're a lady that day.
Happy birthday, yeah.
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 Say hello.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Happy birthday. Sorry. I don't think those are my colors. You know.
No.
Oh, you look holy. Oh, Lord.
Well, I'm going to go get warm.
Yeah. That's great for it.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh,